Yes, good morning children. And as it is, we are continuing this fifth lesson by Indian rivers and water sources. And related to this, we discussed and 70% of the water sources, how like we polluted, and how many million hectares of the land we are having under the flood prone zone, and how many million hectares of the land we are having the drought prone zone. We discussed, and as well as the drainage system we divided based on the physiographic units as three types: Himalayas, peninsular plateau, and that is Indo-Gangetic plains. And the other one is based on its origin. We discussed the systems of the rivers are, one is the Himalayan rivers. Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers. We said the Himalayan rivers also can be called as a perennial rivers. Perennial rivers, all the 365 days the water will use to flow, you can found in the river bodies. And under the Himalayan rivers, we give the examples also: river Indus, river Ganga, river Brahmaputra, like this rivers as examples also we get. And also we said that peninsular rivers, non-perennial rivers, and this peninsular non-perennial rivers also we given the example. We did not discuss it, but given the example river Krishna, Godavari, Mahanadi, etc. So let us continue that the yesterday's whichever we stopped in middle, the river Indus. As I said, the river Indus is born in Tibet. Manas Sarovar Lake, near Manas Sarovar Lake, Kailas range of mountains, and we have seen the birth of this the river Indus. And this river Indus is flowing from the Tibet and India, and of course in Pakistan also. And in Pakistan we used to refer this name of the river is as Sindh, 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 and sometimes they used to be keep the Sindhu also, but we used to be refer Sindh, the river in Pakistan. And as per the one estimation, this river Indus in India it enters in Jammu Kashmir. In India, enters in Jammu Kashmir, and a little portion of the river Indus only flowing in Pakistan. And the two, when we divided our country, partition 1947, so we were be categorizing that river is flowing in that country. And related the sharing of the river Indus water, we are having the quarrel and disputes, differences with Pakistan also. Sharing of the water at the time of the 1947 itself, and this many cubic centimeters of the water yourself, and this is yourself, this is the dams, projects, water sources also we divided and we partitioned, and we shared all those things very much clearly. So this in India, Jammu Kashmir, especially Srinagar enters here. And the one more important thing you need to keep in mind, river Indus directly not flowing in India, and its tributaries are flowing in our country. Its tributaries are there. What are those important tributaries which are flowing based on this one? River Jhelum, Chenab, Bias, Sutlej, river Sutlej, Bias, Chenab, Jhelum. Like this kind of tributaries are flowing in India, only tributaries only. River Indus is flowing in Tibet. Its tributaries only are having. And along with Jammu Kashmir, some other state also we are having this river flowing in Punjab, in Haryana, and in Himachal Pradesh. We used to found the river Indus flowing, and especially river Jhelum, Chena, Beas, Sutlej, even this Ravi also. Especially with these 5 rivers, tributaries of this river Indus, we can found in Punjab. Actually, this Punjab name also the people they used to sing Panch. Panch means 5. These 5 tributaries are flowing in this one. They used to be referring that state as Punjab like that, and makes to be much more that the Punjab state the more fertile. More fertility we used to be getting because of the continuously flowing of this river Punjab, and especially Haryana. So that's why that agriculture activities are much more very positively used to flourish in this part of the India. And the total length of this river Indus is having some 2880 kilometers length flowing in all these 3 countries, Tibet, India, Pakistan. We used to be referred like this kind of thing there here. So especially in Srinagar, and the very important role is playing here based on this river and Indus tributary. One of the important tributary we are having here, the Jhelum. Based on this tributary, the river Jhelum, we are having connectively one of the largest freshwater lake in Srinagar. Largest freshwater lake. And that only used to be called as a Dal Lake. Dal Lake, that is freshwater lake in India. Connected this river Jhelum, we can found in Srinagar, Jammu Kashmir. And 2880 kilometers in India. How many kilometers we are having means 709 kilometers length is flowing here. Clear now? So this is the river Indus, river Sindh. Just to keep in mind, these 3 countries are flowing. In which country? This country known as a different name. The length, tributaries, and the born place near the Kailas mountain range, near the Manasarovar lake, Tibet. Tibetan plateau also we can say, near the Tibetan plateau. And we said this Tibet is nothing but a western part of the China only. Western part of the China known as Tibet, one small country. That's why the China always trying to occupying this Tibet. Is it clear now? So this is the river. Then the other river will enter here. River Ganga. How like this river Ganga? And what about the importance of this river Ganga there here? And as we said, the most important river system of this Ganga, where we are seeing and we are having here river Ganga, the also born in Tibet. This also born in Tibet, and how like it enters and the total length of this river Ganga is 2025 kilometers, 2525 kilometers length. This river Ganga is flowing, 2525 kilometers. And mainly this river Ganga having its main two streams are there. River Ganga mainly having its two streams like that they are having there here. And how like, and we are having the base in the two glaciers. Two glaciers we are having. One is Satopant glacier. Then the other one is Gangotri. Satopant glacier and the Gangotri glacier. Both are there here. And especially this Satopant and Gangotri glaciers, the most two important sources. And this only used to be called as a Bhagirathi. Bhagirathi river and the Alakananda. Bhagirathi and Alakananda. So this Satopant glacier by melting formed there itself known as a river Alakananda, and that is a Gangotri and a Bhagirathi by melting the process. So these two glaciers and these two glaciers melting process of this river Bhagirathi and Alakananda both are joining at Prayag near the Allahabad. Near the Allahabad at Prayag they are joining. At Prayag, at Allahabad, this is the joining Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, we found the joining of this one. And along with this one, they used to be formed as this Alakananda, Bhagirathi, two rivers together formed as the river Ganga. And joining at the Prayag nearby the Allahabad there here. And which states are going to be benefiting with this river Ganga water sir? They are one is West Bengal and the other one is Uttar Pradesh. West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh and as well as the Bihar also benefiting. Bihar, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh states are benefiting the waters of this river Ganga. And this river Ganga total length is 2525 kilometers we said. And Bihar, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh. And generally our Nehru, he used to be describing this river Ganga as the soul of India. A soul of Hindus. A soul of Hindus, the soul of the India, like this used to be considered this one there here. A soul of India, a soul of Hindus. And the most sanctity ante chala pavitramaina nadi ante. The purity and moreover in India, the Hindus, we used to presume this river Ganga as a goddess. We worship. So once they asked the following river worshipped by Hindus another. So many rivers they given, but the most important sanctity, purity, the worshipping as a goddesses, the river Ganga. That's why that Nehru described that is a soul of Indians. Bharatiyula Atma lantide ani cheppesi describation. Hindula Atma lantide river Ganga. We are worshipping that river Ganga. And river Ganga, its tributaries. What are the most important tributaries are there here? Kosi, Yamuna, Gandak, Ram, Ganga, Malaprabha, Kosi, Yamuna, Gandak, Ram, Ganga, Malaprabha. Like this important tributaries having this river Ganga, facilitating drained and the majority part of the territories in India. And one more important use of this river Ganga and majority part of the hydel power projects. Kosi, Yamuna, Gandak, Ram, Ganga. And the main important useful of this river Ganga in our country is we are generating the hydropower. Number of the hydel power plants are situated based on the river Ganga. Number of the hydel power plants you can found in northern part of India, as well as because of flowing continuously this river Ganga at all the 365 days, and mostly we used to be utilizing that water for the agriculture purpose, for the sake of the cultivation, agriculture purpose mostly we are using. And Government of India also planning to connecting this river Ganga with the peninsular rivers, means with the river Krishna and the river Godavari and the river Mahanadi. So with this rivers connecting, trying to connecting, planning not only with this river and even river Indus, river Brahmaputra and river Ganga. These are three rivers and in future we may going to be observe they are going to be connected with various technological devices or some technical methods, some scientifically with these rivers, river Krishna, Godavari, Mahanadi. So that almost all the entire year also these rivers also we may going to found with waters in a coming years. Already they were planned and they prepared the entire planning, but they are not going to be implementing because this and all will be going to be cost effective much more. And when this will be going to be realized, we don't know. But once it realizes means the agriculture lands will be going to be getting without shortage the entire year the good water facilities, and agriculture production also may increase. And the moreover the majority part of the area also without suffering the shortage of this the water sources, they may going to fulfilling their requirements of the domestic or the industrial purpose or the drinking water purpose. So they may not going to face any shortage in the coming future. And when this will be going to be released, we don't know, but they were planned. So this is the river Ganga, the one of the important the river in India, and mostly the worshipped by the Hindus in India, the river Ganga. There is the last but not least one more river having under the Himalayan Rivers, that is the river Brahmaputra. And what about this river Brahmaputra also born in Tibet? There is one location can be called there Chemyung Dam. Chemyung Dam Glacier. From there, nearby the Kailas range of mountains. This also nearby the Kailas range of mountains and nearby the Manas Sarovar lake. And in between this, we used to found originating this river Brahmaputra. And this river Brahmaputra also and flowing not only in Tibet but in India also. Not only in India but in Bangladesh also. Not only India, in Bangladesh also flowing this one there here. And how like entering this one there here. And in India, especially two states they targeted. One is Arunachal Pradesh. Then the other one is Assam. Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. In these two states and especially this river Brahmaputra flowing and making much more facilitating. And here they are joining with some tributaries. They used to be referred as Siang, Dihang, Lohit, Dihang, Siang. With this rivers together makes join this river Brahmaputra and drained in the Bay of Bengal. In the Bay of Bengal drained. Even this except this river Indus. River Indus is drained in the Arabian Sea. And river Ganga in Bay of Bengal only. River Ganga and as well as the river Brahmaputra both are in the Bay of Bengal only, they are merging. But the thing is, Tibet, India, Bangladesh, this we are having. Always we are also having the dispute in sharing of this river water with the Bangladesh. Because of some TMC water, so we have an agreement, we have some understanding, we have some common contract we are having related to sharing of this river water. But still, we are going to be having the much more disputes, differences related the sharing of the water with this country, Bangladesh. And as well as this river Brahmaputra, both roles are playing here, positive and negative. What is the positive role here in India? How like we are saying the positively about this river, and this river positively playing important role in Assam, and number of the villages they are going to be connected with the waterways. Waterways transport system together connected, they are facilitating the common people or the poor people or middle class people to reach that interior parts of the villages, interior parts of the rural areas conveniently, comfortably. Even they may going to be transporting even the goods also. Goods, materials also they may going to be facilitating the transporting. And why? Because positively we are saying means it is a cheap manner, that is less cost. Among the transport systems, whenever you are going to transporting through the waterways, means through the seaport you think, harbor you think, is a very less cost comparatively railways, roadways, airways. If you want to travel, if you want to transport also, the cheapest mode of the transport system means waterways only. So India, that only I used that word, that is a positiveness, positively, and we are going to be utilizing the people. But the thing is, this river also showing some kind of the negative impact also is there. What is that negative impact related this the river Brahmaputra? Negative. Most of the times in a rainy season, this river Brahmaputra overfloods, means overflows and causing the floods. Causing the floods. Number of the villages may be going to be dumped. Almost all the years in a rainy season, much more destruction, and hundreds of the acres of the agriculture land may be going to be get damaged, and hundreds of the people also they may going to lose their life, and crores of the worth of the property also they may going to get damaged in the seasons of the rainy, especially the Assam. That's why they used to be refer in those places this river Brahmaputra also a sorrow of Assam. Sorrow means sadness. A sorrow of Assam we used to refer. Assam I am using the word name only, but the thing is now Assam we are not referring, this state name has been changed as an Assam. Assam, we changed the name now here. So that is sorrow of Assam they used to refer the people. Means negatively it destructs, damages the people, this river Brahmaputra. And the other one important related, the Arunachal Pradesh and Assam, this Siang and Dihang Lohit and its tributaries, and mostly going to be facilitating in those states also, that is a tidal power. Tidal power, they are helping to generate the tidal power, hydropower generating. And this Bangladesh, this river Brahmaputra, and in Tibet, and mostly playing important role. In Tibet, then locally the people they used to be referred as Sangpo. They used to be refer this one as a Sangpo. And this river Brahmaputra also in Bangladesh also flowing, and these people they used to be referred in that country as a river Padma. River Padma here. Is it clear now? So like this, with this we concluded that is the Himalayan Rivers, Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, where they born, how like originated, how like they flowing, and what kind of the role they were playing in important regions, and that we discussed. And tomorrow we will see that is the peninsular river system, how like this peninsular river systems are playing a role, originating, distributed, and like this the important things we may going to discuss tomorrow. Clear, Tima? Okay, right.